Yo, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips that helped me complete my first ever half marathon, which was like a half marathon Spartan race, or otherwise known as like a Spartan Beast. There's like a Spartan Sprint, Spartan Super, and a Spartan Beast. So it's like a 5K, 10K, and then like a 21K. I think that's how it works. Right now, we are going to head to the grocery store really quick to grab some groceries, which I guess I should start out with tip number one, which is having proper nutrition and hydration for getting ready for your race. Normally I'd advise you guys to take the whole rack, but when they're $4.49, they go up 50 cents. Don't even think about it. My sister's been eating mine though, and she's gonna have to learn today. It only gets worse. Right. And as you guys saw, there's only $66 gets you 2 bags of groceries. Honestly sucks. First thing about diet and nutrition is you need to be eating more calories than your maintenance calories. And for those who don't know, your maintenance calories is the amount of calories that your body needs to like basically just operate at. That's why on the back of nutrition labels they say like, oh, eat 2,000 calories. Like that's just a rough estimate of what everyone's maintenance calories is. But to find your exact maintenance calories, there's a calculator that I have down below that'll help you find that. Go find that first before you watch the rest of this video. But the reason you need to be eating more than your maintenance calories is because you are expending so much energy into your training that if you just ate maintenance calories or even below maintenance calories, you would become so weak and so low in energy that your life would literally just suck. For me, since I run and lift, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys do too, I eat around 600 to 700 calories more than my maintenance calories. Now, everyone's like surplus is going to be a little different. It's up to you to find out how many calories in a surplus that you need. That for me, 600 to 700 is what I just feel best at. So it comes down to kind of a personal choice, but no matter what, you have to be eating in a surplus because you will literally hate your life, like I said, if you do not. Kind of nutrition that you need to be following is similar to some of the foods that we picked up at the store, but to be a little more detail oriented about it, I strongly suggest following a higher protein, higher carb diet with, I would say, medium to low end of fat. The reason that I say keep like your fats at a medium level or a low level is just because fats are typically a burning source of energy, and if I go for a run and I've eaten a lot of fats, I still feel full and I don't feel too good on my run, but carbs are a lot easier for the body to absorb and use for energy than fats are. That's it. I'm gonna go home and weep because I spent like 60 bucks on groceries, which honestly I'm not too happy about. Like it's literally almost $100, like if we rounded up, you know, like that rule you learn in school, 5, 6. Okay, I just need to shut up.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Wrong drawer. Ah, there they are. So you're probably wondering, what even are these right here? Like obviously they're shorts, but what is so significant? Why are you getting out shorts right now? Some of you guys know I've been working on my own clothing brand for some time now. I've been keeping it on the low. I'm still not even going to say what the name is yet. If you guys want to know what the name is, go check out my recent podcast. But this is a sample that we recently got in. Looks okay. I had them redo it. I have another sample. I'll pop up a picture of what the other sample looks like. It was for a crew neck. And yeah, this is it. I want to move this logo over about 1 inch, and then I also wanted to, there's like a stitch on the side somewhere, but I can't remember. But this is like how the first pair looks. Got this pocket right here. Material is super good. I picked a higher quality material. I want my brand to be known for high quality, so that's what we did. And we got inglets on the end. So yeah, pretty cool pair of shorts. We also made them 5-inch seam. These are like 7-inch seam shorts, so going a little shorter as well, but overall pretty cool. Just want to show you guys something I'm in the works with right now. Super excited. This has definitely taught me a lot of patience for sure, because like I want to get started right from the get-go and just like get going with my clothing brand, but just taking it easy on myself. You know, God's in control of this, so yeah, but pretty exciting. Just want to share that with you guys really quick. So this isn't actually, well, this is my teddy bear, but Bean messes with it. Normally she sleeps in here, but she's not. Okay, anyway, but it is my we're just not gonna talk about the teddy bear.
What?
I'm gonna cross my arms because I feel chubby when I sit like this. Anyways, I want to give you guys my like next tip that helped me a lot with my half marathon Spartan race training, and it was getting recovery and or rest. So I've always talked about how much you need to prioritize sleep, because I know a lot of people actually don't, which to me kind of sounds crazy because I've always been someone who's been obsessed with getting my sleep. But your body literally runs on a cycle. It's called a circadian rhythm, and your sleep cycle is all tied into that. So if you have a really bad sleeping schedule, your mind and body just aren't going to function at like the highest rate that they possibly can. So make sure you get your sleep, especially if you're someone that's working out, especially if you're trying to train for something like this as well. It goes hand in hand with recovery, but I kind of want to touch a little more in depth into what I mean by recovery. So some of you guys have seen before on like some of my other videos, my vlogs, I stretch every single night before bed. So I'll get out the yoga mat, and then sometimes I'll even use this foam roller right here, or I'll use the Theragun that I have. I started doing this when I started training for races and stuff, just because I found that if I'm gonna weight lift and run at the same time, my body is going to get absolutely beat up and destroyed, and it needs that stretching, it needs that foam rolling, it needs those things so that my muscles aren't super tight and that I'm not more prone to injury. Super crucial. And just guys, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, okay? Like seriously, just do it. You'll start to love it, okay? But that's the next tip. I gotta go to bed. It's a little later than I want to go to bed. So with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Whew, what is going on, guys? It's like a couple days later. We just finished up a little more than a 5K run. 3.2 miles is what we clocked in today, and we ran average of 26 minutes. Not an average of 26 minutes, that's how fast we ran it in, and we did in about 8:21 pace. Not too fast. I'm trying to slowly get back in everything. Whenever I take a week off running, it's like almost everything resets. Not everything, but I'm a little tired, a little out of breath, tiny bit, but honestly, this is nothing compared to like running 5 or 6 miles right now. All right, I'm gonna stretch out really quick while I give you guys my Neptune. My next tip and suggestion to you guys is follow a training program. If you guys don't know anything about long distance, you're gonna have to go do your research. That's what I did for my first half marathon. I was watching some of Nick Bear's videos on like his training regimen, and I also went and found some blogs that talked about like their training regimen, and I actually went and found, I can't remember, it was some like people from like the UK, I believe, and I followed like their training regimen. And I put it according to my schedule, so I was running 4 times a week. I can't remember my exact regimen, but I was doing other types of runs. I just wasn't going out and running just for shits and giggles. Like I was actually following something. Like one day it would be like a tempo run, another day it would be like a race pace, another day it would be like super long distance, but I would just go at a slower pace to get my heart used to going a long distance. So there's a lot that you have to count for when you're running for a half marathon, just because it's more miles than your body is going to be used to, so you kind of have to prepare up to that. And one thing that I strongly want to suggest to you guys, because this helped me a lot, is run the distance of a half marathon before you do a race. And I strongly advise doing it like 2 weeks or before out. I did a week before. I wish I wouldn't have done that because I was super sore. Luckily, I recovered enough to go and do it again the following week. Strongly advise doing it 2 weeks before or a little more, just so that your body is equipped with running that kind of distance and knowing that you can also cover that amount of distance. Also, I don't have anything to say. If you want to run in the morning, if you want to run in the afternoon, go do whatever you want to do. For me, I found it easiest just because it's in my schedule to run in like the mid-afternoon around 3, which kind of sucks because it's the hottest part of the day. It was like 96 some days, but hey, I got out there and I got it done. But do whatever fits your training regimen. I run after I lift just because I prioritize lifting. I'd rather lift first and expend all my energy into my lifts rather than my runs. Have to choose what you want to do with that. That is where we are at today. I had to get this new gallon, literally came yesterday in the mail, because I don't know if you guys saw my story. I'll like, show you guys exactly what happened. But I was walking, I went like this, and then like I just wasn't holding it like good enough. And okay, I did play fullback in high school, but I dropped it, and then the bottle flew, landed on the lid, and exploded all over the carpet. Yes, I aired out the carpet. So this is the third bottle or third gallon that I've had in like the past 3.5 months. I'm scared for this one. This is my favorite one so far, but I'm scared for it because it's my favorite. But I do want to give a next tip and suggestion is drink a lot of water. Obviously, I haven't made it that far today. I did go out to eat to breakfast this morning with my grandparents and whatnot, and I drank a lot of water there at the restaurant. I'm notorious. I'm one of those people at a restaurant where when I go, the server's like, damn, this guy drinks a lot of water. I'm like a water buffalo. And I also had some water at church this morning, so I'm a little more than that, probably like half a gallon. But I guess this kind of falls under training, but also kind of falls under nutrition. But I kind of feel like it's its own tip on its own. Make sure you're hydrating. So some of the mistakes that I've made in the past is not hydrating enough. I wouldn't say that it's not something I mess up on too often, but I would say like my last prior race, the 3K that I ran, I wasn't cramping, but I could feel like my legs becoming stiff and not feeling strong in my strides. Also a lack of food, but I think mostly it was because there was a lack of water. I wasn't drinking enough water prior to my race. Drinking enough water can cause a lot of issues and whatnot, so don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water throughout the entirety of the day. Anyways, I was going to show you guys something else because it's not all just about drinking water. It's also about having enough electrolytes and minerals in your body as well, because electrolytes are what primarily hydrate you. And so there's this thing from Transparent Labs. It looks relatively close to my creatine that is leaking away. So yeah, there's this product that they have that I use a lot. I just reordered it because I ran out of a lot of my supplements, called Hydrate. It has electrolyte mixture in it just to keep you hydrated. It's just something I thought I'd toss in there. Also my advertisement for the video. I work on this. Well, I already finished it. It's this podcast. If you guys aren't tapped in with the podcast yet, it's called Kill Built Radio. That's exactly what it's called. It'll be down in the link in the description. The name might not have changed yet, and excuse you, Bean. I don't think the name has changed yet. It's still on Outcast. I just haven't changed it yet because I guess I've been too quote-unquote lazy to change it. But just doing some edits to that right now every Monday at 7 a.m. PST. So if you're on like the west, if you're on the west side of the United States, that's the time that it goes live, 7 a.m. once again. But yeah, we're just waiting for it to just essentially download on Premiere. We are just a little bit ways away. We are also going to wrap up this video, but one thing that I want to say really quick before you end the video, and I think I already brought this up, especially for those hybrid athletes out there, do not stop lifting heavy when you're training. Like seriously, if you're training for a half marathon, continue to train heavy. Do not decrease the weight just because, for whatever reason, I don't know why some people like automatically assume in their mind that they're just going to get weaker or that they need to train lighter. Like no, continue to train heavy, continue to keep the muscle density, and continue to keep the strength on so you don't lose your muscles. Like seriously, don't stop training. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys liked this video and found out something that maybe you guys didn't know beforehand and you guys have been trying to learn for your half marathon coming up. But hope I did the best I could do to help you guys. But that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button because you guys know what we'll be back. And as always, guys, try to do the sky's the limit. I'll see you guys in the next one.